Does multiple sclerosis exist?
Let's start today!
Does multiple sclerosis exist? That's the question of the day.
Huh?
Now, to be fair and objective, when you go to your neurologist and they give you the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, oftentimes what do we hear? There's no cure, there's nothing we can do. The best we could do is offer symptom management and prepare you for the worst. And that worst can be a ramp to your house, getting ready for life in a wheelchair, anything along those lines. And it's really a trajectory of doom and hopelessness, no hope at all, okay? And that's really because the opinion, and as far as they're concerned, the science, says your immune system is attacking you. It's something arbitrary, we don't know what's going on, but here's what's happening. My question is, if that's the case, I'm 11 years into this, symptom-free. Why is that? If it were true what my original neurologist has said to me, and there's really nothing I can do about it, then it really wouldn't have mattered what I did, because it's just some arbitrary malfunction of my immune system just randomly attacking my body. And the only reason why it stops is because it just suddenly decides to stop for no reason. Hence the term remission. Remission basically just says, well, hey, you know what? The symptoms just stopped. We don't know why. They just stopped. Your immune system changed its mind. Okay, what's going on? If that were truly the case, like I said before, there's nothing that I would have done that would have stopped the symptoms to begin with, okay? And 11 years, in my opinion, is one hell of a remission if what the neurologists have to say are true.
How do you like them apples?
Okay, let's take a look at something else. Now, there's science out there. You can go on pubmed.org, and I'll leave links in the description below showing some where they link herpes virus 6 to multiple sclerosis symptoms. Lyme's disease has been linked scientifically to multiple sclerosis symptoms. There's someone I know that has an experience, really they had celiac disease that was giving them multiple sclerosis symptoms. Myself, heavy metal toxicity, lead poisoning specifically. If you look into that, you'll see the relation between lead poisoning and multiple sclerosis symptoms. So I'm looking at the science, and I'm looking at the evidence that I have before me, and I ask myself, does multiple sclerosis really exist the way neurologists and conventional doctors believe it exists? Or is it a condition that stems from celiac disease, lead poisoning, Lyme's disease, herpes 6, anything else out there discovered and undiscovered that causes the immune system to react in this particular way, that causes the symptoms categorized as multiple sclerosis? And this is all my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm a consumer, trying to be an informed consumer, just like the rest of you. As a consumer, to me, I feel that's a fair question to ask. And there's really only one way to find out, and that's to try things out yourself. There's a test you could take for Lyme's disease called CD57. Samantha, thank you very much for that one. And you could see what that is. And I know people that have gone to ozone therapy that have seen their CD57 levels rise over a period of time, and they don't have Lyme's disease anymore, okay? But what if you go to a neurologist, and the neurologist says, well, you have multiple sclerosis, and you have the diagnosis, you get the spinal tap, MRI, and all that stuff, but they don't say, well, actually, they're not trained in it, so it's, unless they're trained into it, it's really impossible for them to know. But you can ask, hey, can you test me for Lyme's disease? Can you test me for lead poisoning? Can you test me for herpes or celiac or anything else? Okay, their answer might be, well, you know what, I'm not trained in any of this stuff, which is really a fair answer to say coming from them. But you can find other doctors where you can get tested for all these different ailments. Ozone therapy. Okay, fantastic. Removes the heavy metals off the nerve tissue. Chelates heavy metals. Chelation therapy is great for removing heavy metals too, but it's just different than ozone. Personally, myself, I do both. Okay, ozone therapy and chelation therapy, along with cilantro juice and everything else. Lyme's disease. Ozone therapy kills that. Herpes. Ozone therapy. Celiac disease. Get the wheat out of your diet. Clean up your diet. Get off the SAD diet. One thing that I've always wondered is if autoimmune disease and multiple sclerosis is not the way conventional doctors define it, and let's say it is Lyme's, herpes, heavy metals, celiac, and anything else. If you were to just tackle those things, why is diet, or how is diet, so important? In my opinion, now again, this is all my opinion because I'm a consumer. It's all a hypothesis that I'm making right here. And if a doctor can make a hypothesis because they don't know what's going on, then guess what? I feel I can too. Because they're armed with not much information. They're just looking at symptoms, where I'm looking at anecdotal evidence based on my life and what I've seen other people go through. But I think it's time conventional medicine wakes up and starts paying attention to this stuff. But they might not, because really, in my opinion, I feel they like to have us all as customers, not so much patients that they're looking to, do the right thing and help out. There's a whole business model out there, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. So, what does health play into this? What does diet play into this? What does the SAD diet play into this, in my opinion? Well, the thing is, we only have a finite amount of energy that our body can allocate. It's like a budget. It's like a financial budget. We want our immune system and all of our detoxifying pathways to put all of its attention towards healing, rejuvenation, detox, all that. If we're still consuming the SAD diet, then we're diverting attention from the healing, rejuvenation, and all that to your body has now a distraction that it has to deal with.
I'm a little busy at the moment!
So yes, although you can be doing chelation and ozone and cilantro juice to remove and help cleanse, if you're doing things that are damaged, then you know what? You're not really doing the right thing. Now, in my opinion, you might be able to halt MS and autoimmune disease symptoms by getting rid of limes and heavy metals and etc. And perhaps maybe even still have the SAD diet and still be on the SAD diet. But for how long before you manifest symptoms in other areas that don't have anything to do with autoimmune disease, or maybe they still contribute to autoimmune disease?
All right, fine. Big friggin' surprise.
So my thought is, if you're going to do this and you're going to tackle limes or heavy metals or whatever, because maybe that is your root causation for your symptoms, then why not give your body an extra hand and get off the SAD diet and be as clean as possible and meditate and everything else, whole body, positive attitude, and all that stuff's important. So, does multiple sclerosis exist? It's a big question to ask, and it's only one I feel that you as a consumer can find out for yourself by mustering up the discipline to get off the SAD diet, clean up your diet, clean up your attitude, and go on ozone therapy, chelation therapy, cilantro juice, all this other stuff to help clean your body out and detoxify. Okay? Now there's one big piece to this puzzle that's separate from this. It's all part of my 3-part experiment that I'll go into, and you'll be able to see that in the end. But guys, seriously, does it exist? Which model is true? You have to find out your own truth, in my opinion. Now, I can't tell you to not take meds or do anything conventional, because you know what, that's between you and your doctor and what you feel is right. But there's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of homework and seeing what other ideologies and opinions are out there, especially when the conventional wisdom has so little to offer. So that's it with today's video. Thank you so much everyone for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. I hope you found this video to be useful and beneficial to you. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and it helps with the algorithm. Share this video, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about this? Let me get a conversation going. Let's open up a dialogue. I think it's really important. And I have a book out on Amazon and Amazon Kindle called Get Over Yourself, How I Reversed My Multiple Sclerosis by Kenneth Ciesla. Guys, I'm Kenneth Ciesla, 11 years, MS free, self-empowerment is the key. See you on the next video. Take care.
Let's start today.